Okay, are we working? Are we live? Is the stream gonna behave itself and not cut out? Hopefully this time it'll behave a lot better. But yes, hello and welcome to another live stream. Hopefully this one's gonna go a lot smoother than the previous one did. So we're pretty much going to kick off where we were yesterday. We were doing a bit of practice for the Nurburgring 24-hour Showdown community event. So I thought I'd do that again and basically enjoy some community event action going on there. If you give me a second, just trying to sort things out on my end. Hopefully you guys should be able to see the game now, and hopefully you should be able to see me fine. Let me know if you can see me and you can hear us all good. And you probably won't hear all that much audio at the moment in terms of game audio. There we go, I can see the screen now working in the stream, so things look to be all good, which is very nice. Now I'm just trying to get it so I've got the second screen live, and that needs to stop moving because that's annoying me an awful lot. There we go. Things are all looking good and we're all loud and clear. Excellent. That's what I'd like to hear. But yes, pretty much just going to continue where we were and see if we can smash some lap records. I do have a webcam as well. I might be able to get that going for you guys. For the moment though, what I'll do is we'll just carry on as we are, make sure that the stream's actually somewhat stable and all fine and working, all good. We're going to be driving the BMW M6 GT3 car once again, see if we can actually get closer to the top of the leaderboard times. I did a 8:16 yesterday, which put me in 9th place, but I'd like to try and get up into the top 5. And Noxv, I'm doing very good. Hello to you and obviously everybody else in the chat. Hopefully you're all doing well. But yeah, this is the setup that I was pretty much running with yesterday. It was an adaptation of a Bathurst setup that I've run previously in one of the AOR events. Not that fuel really matters in this. I thought I would adjust it anyway. I'll leave that as it is. And I think the differential is as well, but I think I'll probably fiddle around with the setup a little bit more, see if we can knock a bit more time off in regards to actually getting a little bit more time. Now, I was given a couple of pointers earlier by Cluck. He was giving me a few tips talking about him and what Puff Pirate were doing in order to try and get to the top of the leaderboards. And one thing that I actually noticed watching Puff Pirate is the difference between my tyre temperatures when watching back my live stream and what his tyre temperatures were. And he looked like he was on the soft slicks. Track temperature is only 31 degrees C, so it's right on the border of being soft slick / hard slick territory. The car didn't feel too good on the hard slicks yesterday, so I was gonna give these soft slick tyres a go. We'll create a new setup and we'll call it the Nods 24 Showdown V1, and we'll do some laps. And yeah, see if we can get closer to the top of the leaderboard. I know Cluck is currently sat in the chat, and he's going to be pointing out every time that I go off track and make a mistake. So he's making sure that I'm staying on my toes and keeping myself clean, as I'm sure the rest of you guys will as well. And so, yeah, you can. Obviously, this is a private session. You can't join me directly, but you can certainly try and run alongside in your own session if you if you wanted to. There we go. So all I've done for the moment is just basically taken the setup that I had yesterday and chucked the soft tyres on it. I've gone back to default camber and default tyre pressures for now. We'll run a couple of laps, see how those go, and I've also adjusted the brake ducts to 30%, something that Cluck recommended. He said going lower only gets you like 1 kilometre an hour down the main back straight, more than you would with 30%. So the actual difference in terms of straight line speed in comparison to your actual brake temperatures, and then obviously the tyre pressures as well, isn't really worth it. I will start doing online lobbies at some point. Not sure if I'll do it today. I've already gone on by with this lap, running a little bit too wide. I'm not too sure if I'll do any tonight, but certainly in the future, in other live streams, I'll probably start doing some more public lobbies. Try getting interacting with you guys in that way. And the wheel that I'm currently using is a T300. All that information should be found in the description of the live stream. I popped it in there for this one, so you should be able to see the wheels, the pedals that I'm using, and also what is allowing me to look around the cockpit of the car so smoothly, because it's not VR, it's TrackIR. One thing I can say is already the soft tyres have way more grip than the harder tyres we're providing last night, and temperatures don't seem too bad at the moment. But obviously, in sections like this one, we'll need to be careful to not overwork the tyres too much, and that they start giving up grip, which they are a little bit, especially when they get into 100 degrees. But even still, the car's feeling good. Yep, wind up Yorkies full on in effect. So I just get into a rhythm and a bit of a flow. Interacting with you guys in the chat. Obviously you guys interacting with each other. Hopefully. Feel free to ask any questions. Obviously can't talk about anything that is upcoming DLC or patch related, so I want to avoid those. I want to avoid any Project Cars 2 versus any other sim sort of questions. Project Cars 2 versus real life isn't too bad, I can talk about that sort of thing. But yeah, no pokey hard questions that could land myself in trouble. Thanks, Cluck. Straight off the bat. I knew if it was going to be anyone, it was going to be you asking that. Certainly first, anyway. Do I watch F1 and who do I support? Yes, I do watch F1. Mainly a Lewis Hamilton fan. Obviously supporting the Brits. But I do like Ricciardo, and also possibly controversially Verstappen as well. Although, yeah, he's had questionable moments in the last few races. Like Hulkenberg. Who else do I like on the grid? Quite like Bottas. Raikkonen's always entertaining. Big fan of Alonso. He's probably the best driver on the F1 grid, even though he doesn't really ever have the car to get the results that he can probably produce. And yes, I agree with that statement in that the GT3, like blown pan, and also WEC and IMSA are more interesting than F1 in terms of entertainment value to watch. I don't mind Vettel, but he's not exactly my favourite driver. There's only a couple of drivers on the grid who I kind of despise. Marcus Ericsson being one of them. I don't really feel that he's had some decent results, but I don't really feel that he deserves his place on the grid and is usually there mainly because of his money. I was quite surprised that he managed to land another year with Sauber, especially with some of the other younger talent that's coming through. Tyres are starting to get hot. Why do I use this M6 over every other GT3 car? I just like the way it drives, and I know it rather well because of that. I spend a lot of time driving it, and I did try a couple of other cars last night. I tried the 488. I don't really like the car all that much, so I don't really get along with it too great, but I tried also the Audi R8 and then the Merc AMG. They're both very, very good cars and quite strong. However, for this, obviously trying to get as much speed out of the car as possible, the turbo cars have a natural advantage because of the altitude that the track is above sea level, as the naturally aspirated cars lose power the higher above sea level they go, whereas the turbo cars don't. They maintain their power output no matter what altitude they're at. So there's the AMG and also the R8, which I tried last night. Both were not exactly slow in a straight line, but they weren't as quick as the M6. And I feel, obviously, being comfortable with the M6 and knowing it quite well in terms of what to do in the tuning, is basically my best chance of getting higher up the leaderboard. And that's an 8:13, so that's pretty much 3 seconds faster than the fastest lap time yesterday. Although I didn't set fastest lap, sorry, a valid lap this time round. So we'll give it another go now, even though we're on warm tyres, just to see how that goes, as we're kind of now basically in and around the right ballpark in terms of tyre pressure. As before during the lap, when I had a quick glance up in the top right, I could see the tyre pressures were about 0.1 bar higher than I actually wanted them to be. Hang on, I'm about it. Right, let's restart that. And we'll make that tyre pressure change as well. And hello Vernux to you. Fuel is not an issue if it's in community events, so we're all good there. Right, let's drop that down a bit. Same with this as well. Let's go 3-2. I was quite happy with that. Misaleki. And there are 60 odd people watching. Can you do a race with your viewers now? Not now. I want to try and get closer to the top of the leaderboard on this community event. See how much time I can knock off. If I get to a point where I'm actually like really happy and get very close to Cluck and also Puff Pirate, then yeah, I may chuck up an online lobby and we can do some racings. Some racing. Do you run with TCS or do you have it all disabled? So I have TBS, TBS. I have ABS and traction control both enabled. Should be able to see that down in the bottom right there, as they are white. However, I do have traction control slip set to 0.19, and the actual assists themselves are set to low. No, screwed up that first turn already. So we'll start that again. And I also think I could be a little bit quicker coming off of this corner as well, as I kind of plodded through the apex of the corner last time. So yeah, I do run with traction control and ABS. Stability control's off, as that hinders you quite a lot. And I've got quite a bit of TC slip allowance going on, as the traction control slip will actually hinder your potential acceleration. I reckon Clark can do that at 82. He was saying that he could do it if he absolutely nails it earlier. It's me on Steam. That wasn't the best run through that. So close to being well wide. Nice and smooth. Too wide there. Across the wall. It's fine, we didn't get any suspension or air damage from that. And it didn't invalidate our lap either, so we shall continue and press on. The car gets a little bit loose on the rear end through that section. As you can see, the tyre temperatures are up over 105, which isn't ideal, but give them a bit of a rest coming down this straight here. Oh God. What's the difference between TC in the menu and TC in the setup / adjusting on the fly? The difference is explained in the Insider's Guide Assists episode, but I can tell you now. Essentially, the adjustment in the menu is how strong the assist is, and then the adjustment that you do on the fly basically controls when the assist actually kicks in. So putting it up to a higher value when adjusting it on the fly in the in-car management menu will make the traction control system kick in later. Increasing it for the ABS will make the ABS kick in sooner. But those are essentially what the main difference is between those two. too wide on the exit. That's going good so far. Come on. Oh, wide there. Could be much closer to the apex. Tyre pressures are looking a lot better, although not perfectly optimal. Brake temperatures not really caring all that much about, because they change so much over the course of the lap and start rather warm. Hello Mark, I do not have a race coming up. I'm purely just seeing what lap times I can do for the Nurburgring 24-hour Showdown community event. Seeing if we can get close to Cluck and Puffy at the top of the leaderboard. And the hard tyres are just a little bit too loose in these temperatures, hence the usage of the softs. The apex for that one. Wow, those left side tyres are quite warm. God, what is up with that bump there? That's some serious lift. And rather scary. A little bit too much speed in. Probably lift those inside tyres. Right, go. Go, go, go. We want more speed. .280. Right. 8:12. So we shall pop back to the main menu, so that time actually gets locked in, and see where we are with that. 4th. Nice. Haha, beat Austin. Cool. Alright, let's see if we can get some more time out of the car. I'm not entirely sure what we can do to get more time out of the car, other than look at camber, fiddle with the tyre pressures a little bit more. I might chuck a little bit of wing on the front as okay, wait, 40, 83, 135, yeah. We'll chuck a little bit more wing on. And then let's just max out the camber. Although, avoid it a tiny bit there. Yeah, we'll leave the rear wide height as is. Dampers all felt reasonably good. That's maximum, that's maximum, that's minimum. Let's put that to 5. That should help a little bit. Put that back to 55. Put that to 30. Small adjustments. We'll see how this goes. Funky Disciple, keep at it. I used to play controller for a very, very long time. I was very, very good with a controller. When it came to getting my first wheel, I wasn't all that quick. I wasn't as fast as I was for about 2-3 weeks. But if you keep persisting, you will eventually get back up to the pace that you're running with a controller, and then actually surpass it as well. And Rick putting downforce on the front is what I've now done, as you probably just saw. So hopefully things will be a little bit better here with this. Straight line speed may be affected, but hopefully the added benefit of the extra aero played dividends in the corners, and also in some of those places where the car was getting a little bit loose. That was very, very close to a lap invalidation, and I think I may need to put more rear wing on the back. Too wide, but we'll carry on. That's all. Okay, we won't carry on, we'll stop. And we'll restart. And also see if that... Okay, it is set to full. I'd quite like to have that visual split come up, just so I can see where I am in comparison to my previous lap. But at the moment, it's not showing. pushing too hard. Let's ease it off a little bit at the start. Because I'm driving like I'm on the hard tyre. Good first couple of corners. Good so far. Would have liked to be more over that curb. I'm not running hards, I'm still running the softs. Oh, God damn it. Tiniest, simplest little mistake. And thank you, Funky Disciple. Yep, that's the whole idea of the Insider Guide series, to help you guys out. So you enjoy the game more, and find more speed, you're able to learn about sim racing more. What setups do and all the various aspects of it and stuff. That was a little bit frustrating because that first part of the GP lap was very, very good. Again, very, very close to the track limits. Feel those inside tyres brushing the curb. Move the brake bias forwards a little bit. Nice little pirouette. Right, I'm going to chuck an extra little bit of wing on the rear. Let's see if we can settle it down just a tiny little bit. Although I'm starting to worry that 7 is going to be too much. But we shall see. Yeah, I'm guessing you haven't played since the last lot of patches then, Mad Hatter. Can't quite remember the exact size of the last patch. I just made this second part very, very tight for myself. Oh, Puffy ran 6? I thought he might have. 7 is a little bit high, but we'll see how it goes. Right, we're going to go back to 6. See if we can run with that. I might see if we can put some more brake pressure back on as well. We'll go back up to 92 and 6. Save. Just save it over the existing. No. Just wait for it to save. There you go. I actually need to clear out a whole bunch of setups that I've not been using. So that makes the whole loading and saving of setups quicker. Got a lot of trash setups in there. So reduce the time of that. That's better. There she goes. That wasn't the best run through there, but it'll do. Braver. Didn't make the apex. Just frustrating. That's what happens when you push too hard. Sorry, there's probably going to be a lot of stopping and restarting. But you get to see me fail over and over and over again in the pursuit of trying to get the perfect lap. At least it means I've become really, really good at this section. Yeah, I thought I may have. That was a pretty poor line through the hairpin. Some swearing's allowed. Obviously offensive ones aren't. Alright. This is going to be the one. No cock-ups. We're still going on. I'm not give it up on this lap even though it's invalid. And the car being used is the M6 GT3 BMW. So I'm very much aware that my lap time has been invalidated. I'm going to drive to footpaths, see how calm the car is when we get to the hump there. Because before it was lifting quite a lot. And that'll help determine whether the extra wing was worth it or not. I need to be smoother through that corner so I'm not losing the rear end. Scrubbing unnecessary speed. I'm hoping to Game of Forever. Game of 4. Yeah, Game of 4 ever. See what this first sector is compared to the valid lap that I did. Too much speed in. Cost me the apex there. Launch it through here. Right, what? What was that 1.5 to 2 seconds difference in that first sector? I don't know it was exactly the tidiest of sectors, but I'll give it another shot. I hope so, Clark. That's providing I keep the car within track limits and not mess up. Ah, was good. tidier through there. That was good. Come on, let's do this. Good so far. Hello Ryan, welcome to the stream. That was better, closer to the apex. Just a second. Damn it. Awkwardly caught in that curve. Still a second and a half down in that first sector. Oh. There was no grip on the front tyres whatsoever on that one. I've really fluffed up that corner and onto this straight. It's going to cost me so much time. I'm starting to think that the higher wing angles weren't the way to go. Certainly not on the front anyway. I can make the time back up. Left when I didn't want to. Tyres are kind of struggling to keep up. Right, be more stable. Thank you. That wasn't quite as scary as previously. It's still down on the personal best as well. Dead. Okay. That extra wing doesn't help. That helps if I actually stroking out the wheel as well. Right, I'll take that back off. Well, it was, yeah, 0.5, wasn't it? Let's go back to those, basically the default springs. I'll leave the dampers as they are. There's not anything I can do there. And I don't know about the diff. Let's try that. No! Bugger. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to just change the last number there. Yeah, I was still down on the fastest time though. It's just frustrating. Right. Let's see how this goes. That was messy. Too deep. Although the symmetrical option was turned off, the actual settings should be the same. Let's see if I can get close to that 317 again in that first second. Now that I've taken the wing back off. I'll double check that. Make sure that it is. Yes. Good point. It did feel better at those values. The dampers should feel better as well at those values. I'll put that down to 4. Right, let's give this a go. Yeah, it wasn't so much the front and rear, it was the left versus right that was off, so thank you for pointing that out to me, Luxlug. See what we can do now. Actually appropriately slow down for corners, as that was not so good. But I am quite tempted to go and give the Merc AMG a try. About hold it. First sector feels pretty good so far. There's one or two corners that could have gone a little bit better. Like that one. something highly experimental. I might try the AMG again, because I think we're in and around the right sort of, a decent sort of time with that, and the car felt good and stable straight from the off. There was just a little bit more speed that needs to come out of it. That's the idea, Krabby Crab. I want nice people. What's it? 3, 1. Go over 7. Soft look. No, 2%. I'll do 59. A little bit more camber there. Slow as it goes. Spring rate. Leave that as that as that. That. I'll go click off that. Let's take all that off. I don't think I touched the dampers, so I'll need to do that at some point. Doesn't matter about fuel, but I'll do it anyway. That's 0%. Go to 9 there. 20, 75 seems fine. 84, 55, 25 seems fine to me there. Right. Let's see what we could do with this. We'll be down on the straight line speed, but the corners, the car is very good and very, very stable and quick, so hopefully we'll be able to get something out of this. The Mercedes has got very, very good torque. Quite long gear ratios as well. But it just feels so much more stable than the M6 already. Miles away from the apex. The advantage of more rake, more downforce on the rear. Ride height is a very, very important aero asset. It's something that I need to cover in another Insider's Guide episode. Obviously making sure that you get the right aero efficiency. Doing it through the ride height is very good. It's fine. Nobody noticed. Stewards didn't notice. There, coming into flip flats, it feels so much more stable. quite slow the car enough. Yes, it was. So we're not working the rear tyres as hard, but we're working the front tyres a little bit more. And doing that is rather costly. Tyre pressures look quite good though. Alright, yeah, but the Acura is not that great in terms of outright speed. What does it go up to? 16. Let's put that there. That all felt quite good. The dampers I want to try and adjust if I can at some point, but I fear that I might lose the stream in alt-tabbing back and forth between the suspension calculator and the actual game. So I might try it in a minute, see how this run goes. Hey Graham. Welcome back to the UK, if you're back in the UK. I'm going to assume that as you're online you are. And I don't think I'm becoming a streamer, just starting to dip my toes into it. See if this is something that I can do reasonably regularly. Oh, you're in the airport of Vancouver.
Is it Vancouver Airport?
I'm trying to think which airport it was on that Canada trip that had the really, really good, really, really good Wi-Fi. I think it may have been Edmonton. 2 hours to kill. What time is it now? I'll be going for another hour probably, so I can kill half the time for you. No. I might switch back to the hard tyres for this. I think the hard tyres felt pretty good last night when I was trying the Mac. And I may also try the see if we can use suspension, UC suspension calculator as well. Right, let's go hard slick for now. Save this over existing, and we'll see if we can get up UC suspension calculator on the stream. So if I do that, you should be able to. No, don't want that. Let's try this again. Alright. So you should, this here is UC's UC suspension calculator. So here you got all the list of cars and stuff. So if we go ahead and find the Mercedes AMG GT3, go and hit reset on that. Basically, with these green boxes here, is you input the values that you have in game. So in terms of weight distribution, at the moment it's set to setting 0. Now in game, if I very quickly go flick back to that, can't adjust the weight bias, which is good. Right. By the way, suspension wise, we got 280 Newton meters on the front, 130 on the rear. So if we come to here, basically you need to find the setting that is 280 on the front. And then what did I say it was? Was it 120 on the rear? I believe. 130 on the rear. So option 5, right, so basically what I've gone and done here is inputted the basically the settings here in the green box, and then the yellow box actually matches the values in game. So that's what I've done there with the springs. You do the same with the anti-roll bars, and then also the damper settings are all set by default here, so I haven't adjusted these yet, which we'll do in a minute, and you'll start to see that these values down the bottom here will start changing, and also the graphs as well. So I'll just very quickly sort out the front anti-roll bars, which were 140 and 20, so it's 160 there, so I need to go down a click, and 120, and then yep, this is all set to default here. So effectively, if you have ever read UC's post about how the suspension calculator works, effectively what you want is these red lines to be inside the 2 blue lines, or as close as possible to the top blue line. So if we go ahead and adjust the front slow rebound, we shall pop that down. You can see that just by that setting there, we are getting closer on this line down here. So the bottom lines are your bump values, and then the top is the rebound, and obviously you've got the front in these 2 graphs here, and then the rear settings on the back there. So if we go ahead and adjust the front rebound, pop that to 10, that is way too low, so we pop that back up to 18, we are kind of there. Right, and then if we go ahead and adjust the fast bump, so we need to increase it a little bit more, quite a bit more, just a bit more than that. Actually, go to 2.6, and then what we'll do is we'll drop adjust the transition. So what you'll see here is the transition will affect basically where the curve point is in that graph, if you get me. So if I was to go with something extreme, such as, let's go 10, you can see that the line runs straight for much longer before it curves and switches to the basically the fast bump. So we'll go with that there. That was good. We need to increase this, and the transition point actually looks pretty good as well. So 14, 17, we shall go with that for now, and then it's just a case of double checking that these numbers here look reasonably good as well. Front rebound certainly looks okay. Basically with the rebound you want to be aiming between 70 to 90% in terms of critical ratio, I believe, from what UC said in his guide. Let's bring this up real quick. There. Project Cars Official, Car Setup Torque, Suspension Calculator. So yes, critical damping in 3 inches, something between 70 to 90 for rebound, and then 40 to 70 in critical is generally quite good. So we're just under 90 on the rebound, and then we are in and around the right ballpark for the bump as well. So if we go ahead and sort out the rears, the actual bump looks quite good there. I might drop it down 1 or 2 notches, and then we'll adjust the transition point to be a little bit further. That looks like it's a little bit too late, so we'll put that there, and then what we'll actually do is go 1 higher on that, and then here increase this value. Obviously the amounts that you can actually adjust the dampers by entirely depends on the car. The AMG here has quite a lot of adjustment, so you can do finer and smaller levels of adjustment, which is quite nice. 6, and then that's a little high, so we'll put this down just a little bit more. 13. Right, we'll go with that for now. So that looks fine in terms of all the critical ratios there. And then basically what you do when you come to putting this in game is you basically take the values in the yellow box and basically adjust the dampers to match those values. So this first one should be 15,700 to 20. So if I quickly do this, the screen's going to go black again. So 15,700 220. I apologise for this. I'll show you the I'll bring the in-game up in just a second. 8483. So 8483. Bump transition 118, and then 167. 118, 167, 118, 167. 118, 167. Okay, I'll very quickly do the rear as well. So 89125. 89125, and then 5,000, 5,150. 55150, and then 610, 890 are the last two, and then I'll bring it back in game. 890. Okay, so what I've now gone and done is adjusted the values of the dampers that are using in the suspension calculator here, and then actually gone ahead and input them into the game. So if I bring the game back up, you should now see that. So basically these values here that I've now got on the dampers are matching what I've gone and just done in the suspension calculator. So the car should feel a little bit better. It better matches the suspension changes that we've done here. And then from there we can go ahead and do a little bit of fine tuning based on feel. But that's how you use your suspension calculator to get into the right ballpark area of what you should be doing in terms of dampers. So we're going to go ahead, save that as stable 4. And iRobot, you kind of did, yeah, but as Graham says, it'll be in the VOD so you can watch it there. And what I might actually do is snip it out and actually do a dedicated episode on it as well. No windows. I do want to keep the current colour scheme. God damn it. Came in at exactly the wrong time. Alright, let's try this again. 1 second. I've just gone and lost the chat. There we go. Right. Attempt number 2. I'm hoping you guys can see the game and not just hear it. Good. As at the moment I see the I can see the stream, but it's a little bit behind. You guys watching it live, and I can tell straight away the car's got a bit more oversteer into it. But generally the car does feel better, although I've already fluffed up that corner. Although I did go put the car back on the hard tyres, didn't I? So that could be why. What I might do is actually go soft on the rear and hard on the hard tyres on the front. Because the front feels really good, but the rear's moving around a little bit more than I'd like it to. But it's taking the bumps a lot nicer. Go, car, go. Bled off some speed there. More than 3 seconds. God damn. Maybe this is the wrong car to be driving. I think so. God damn it. Right. Yeah, let's ditch the AMG then. Not all the softs because the front tyres were giving up quite badly when I was using the softs on the Merc. I'll go back to the BMW and see if we can chip away some more time. See if we can get into the 810. If we could do that, I'll be happy. I will probably call the hot lapping there and start doing some online lobbies and racing against other people. I'll just give a few quick attempts at this. We're not going to do the suspension calculator again for the BMW because I've already done it for this setup. So I don't need to work it there. I'm just looking to see where else I can adjust things to try and get more time out the car. The ride height is all good. That feels fine. Dampers feel fine. I'll do that, and then I think there's a lot of time to be found in the differential, but I'm not entirely sure which way I want to go. Let's try something like that. Yeah, Clark said I was 1 second down on the in the M6 though. I don't know if it's exactly the same point, but I was using that as a guideline. Oh, god damn it. Actually, what did I do? Yeah, I went to 4 on the extra brake. That's fine, I'll leave it as 4. Don't really want to go too much lower. God damn it. We shall push on. We shall see. Drive it like you stole it, as they always say. know I'm abusing track limits at the moment. But I've already validated my lap, so I don't really care. That's the thing that's annoying me. Watching Puffy and Cluck, they put in a lot of steering angle in. Whenever I put a lot of steering angle in, the car goes and snaps on me. Yeah, it takes quite a bit to learn the actual modest life circuit. I've been driving it for a very long time in a ton of games. Shall not lift. Okay, so we're a little bit off in the first sector. Something that I am going to do. I'm going to try putting some bump stop back in. See how that works out. May notice that I'm doing a different setup for every single change that I make. I do it a lot with a lot of other tracks. So like here, the last AOR race that I did, these are all the various different setups that I went through. Various different name changes and stuff like that, with little tweaks here and there. It does add up to having a lot of setups, which does increase the loading and safety time, so I'll need to go through those and delete all the trash ones and just keep the qualifying and the race ones that I had. Section 3, smooth and steady. Try and keep your foot in it on the very fast, flat out sections if you can. But you need a good car and you need the confidence. Didn't slow down enough there. That was rather silly of me. No, it's Ricky Brush. Hello, hello. How goes it, sir? That's going to be a shit start. Okay, I'll catch you later, Graham. Go get that very last Timmy hose before your flight. And look forward to seeing you hopefully this weekend. It'll be good to have you back, buddy. Hope your flight goes well and is all safe and everything. thank you. It's quite cool to live stream. It's not something that I've done a huge amount of in the past, so something that's quite new and different for me, but I've been enjoying it so far. That wasn't so great. Timmy, oh. Luck, update me. Two seconds. No. Ah. That section felt better, especially using first in that first left-hander. I am going to do something here. This is something a little bit interesting and risky, but it might maybe work. Thankfully there's not too much of a disparity between the front camber and the rear camber, that the rear camber gets, the rear tyres get overpowered too much by the front. Okay, man. I don't need you singing happy birthday again, do I? No! I'm gonna keep going, just to that first sector. See if that camber change has helped in any way. Certainly feels quite good. go, 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 go. More power. An 818. It depends on the track temperature though, as well. And obviously we don't have the whole sense of fear that the race drivers have. I'm sure he could absolutely smash our times if he really wanted to, because he's actually really, really quick in the sim as well. It just doesn't get the amount of time that we do driving in the sim. He spends more of his time obviously driving on the track. 2 seconds down. Interesting. Okay, the car does actually feel rather nice like that now with that lower camber. I am doing very, very good, K-Man. How are you? It's been a while. I haven't seen or spoken to you or quite a few of the RSL guys in a while, actually. But hopefully you and Danae are all good, and the rest of the gang who's ever watching. And I'm not going to sing it again unless I crash at Spa on your birthday. Very special occasion. I do not want to subject my viewers to my terrible singing. It's wide. Hello, Danae. Glad to hear that you're doing fine. I'm hoping that you're doing fine as well too, K-Man. Wide again. No, I don't. To be fair, I can't actually remember. I erased that day from my memory. Ooh. 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 No. That was a lot of rotation in the car just from... No, I don't want to go to a replay. From that AstroTurf. Right, I think I'll do a couple more attempts at this, and I might do some, dare I say it, some public lobby racing just for a short while. I won't do any subscriber-specific lobbies. I'll just join a random lobby, and then if you guys fancy following me in, you're more than welcome to. Just please try and avoid wrecking me. Damn it. Ah, sod it. It can only be so interesting just watching me restart over and over and over again. And I'm reasonably happy that I'm actually in the top 5 and got above Austin just by 3 temps. So I'm pretty happy with that 812. I might in my spare time try and see if I can get closer to Cluck and Puff Pirate. But yeah, let's have a little bit of fun and see if we can join some online lobbies and see how this goes. Wow, that's a very long practice session. Qualifying is almost done there. Looking for somewhere with a decent number of people. Monda? Maybe? I fear that I'm absolutely... Let's do this one. By Senzi. If you fancy following me in, you're more than welcome to. All in the Lambos? Ooh, interesting. What livery isn't being used all that much? That yellow one is, the green one is. Couple of blue ones. Let's pick a decent livery. I'm thinking Demon Tweaks. Demon Tweaks, as no one else is doing it. Let's have a look. Qualifying's 20 minutes practice. Okay. Okay. Oh, it's due to go to rain. Or in the practice session anyway. Default setup's off. Full damage and mechanical failures. Ooh. Ah, no manual bits. Okay. Let's join. See how we go with this. It should be interesting. There's 55 people watching. And there are not many people talking. Chat's very, very quiet. Right, so qualifying has just started, which is good. Stable setup. 48. Hard slicks. Go with that for the moment. No. Okay. Right, don't need 50 litres of fuel. Let's put in 14 for the moment. 10, 7. Leave that as is. That as is. That is that. Let's do that. Fantastic name for the setup. Right, okay.
Go, go, go.
Let's give this a go. Yeah, there's 50 people waiting for me to screw up. 50 people who get to watch me crash and burn, die horribly in the in a race. Just can't lose I am. Or should I say, at least my name is in there being used as an AI driver. You will probably see me in the Global Endurance Championship. What, drives like an AI? Right, let's see what we can do. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Especially if we can move your head around like that and hear it in the various different ears. Lamborghini actually feels really nice to drive. Alright, 146 to beat. Going down 45-7. Yeah, I should have written. I don't really want to go much faster, because I don't want a boring race of just starting from the front, even though I'm on pole at the moment, so I'm just going to see what sort of, basically just get used to the car and the track. And put other people off. Okay, we are on hard tyres. Oh my god, Bruno's in. Bruno! Okay. Alright, a couple of things I wanted to do. Let's put that back up there. Back over there. No. No. I want you down here. You over there. Everything else there looks pretty good. Right, one thing I was just looking at earlier was not my tyre pressures but my camber. I think I need to go less. Oh, Austin's in there as well. Oh god. All the developers are coming in now. Next thing I have Andy Tudor popping up in my chat, along with Pete Marsh. And then Blue Rat as well. I'm modifying the HUD with TrackIR. Yep, Clux just pointed that out. No, don't text Pete. Well, you can text Pete if you wanted to. I don't mind him coming in. Just have a dip party. Sounded like someone just spun. Pete's at the gym. Are you stalking him? That was almost contact there, but managed to avoid that one. Yeah, a couple of people are getting quicker with their lap times. Still holding pole at the moment. Not really trying to go any quicker or anything anymore, just getting used to the car and the track. Saved it. Are you talking dirty, Bruno? Too early. Track limits. That's fine, I'm going to battle on this lap anyway at the end. Still no one coming up behind, which is good. Two minutes of qualifying left. I wonder if anyone's going to beat the pole time. There's a couple of people who are reasonably close, which is quite good. Hopefully we'll get a decent race from it. But my memory serves me well. Just 10 laps is the length of the race. So I'm going to put the fuel in for that. Which is a point. Should probably double check how much fuel I'm actually using. Crash in the first corner. There's probably going to be a crash in the first corner. We'll see if we can try and avoid it though. Right, let's go back to this. Do that. That. No. Drop that. Up that. Drop that. Leave that. 6. That all felt fine. That all felt fine. $24. Going with very useful names there. So it was, oh, it was 6 laps. We'll adjust that once we get back to the pre-race screen. Oh, I might just leave it with the heavier fuel load. That'll be fine. Let's see who's going. So he's finished his lap. He's finished his lap. It looks like he's still going with a lap. Looks like he's still going with a lap as well. He has damage. I didn't settle for the Huracan. Kind of had no choice. It was Huracans only. Whoa, that was quite a bit of a risk there. And that should be everybody. That's AI. That's AI. He's now under AI. That's AI. That's AI. There we go. So we've got pole. Oh, that's a quick advancement. Yeah, I'll leave the fuel as it is. So I'll do 9 laps. That's plenty of fuel. More than enough. Everything else looks good to me. Let's have some fun. Let's see where we go. I believe this is actually a ranked lobby as well. So obviously the racing license system is all in effect. Starting from the front, hopefully we'll get a decent result. Just waiting for a couple more people to ready up. Then it should be jumping to the grid. One more. Come on, Rocco Kangaroo. Thank you very much, Copper Maniac. "66 people watching." Okay. Let's hope this all goes well. I just absolutely dumped the clutch. Start seemed okay though. And we survived turn 1. From what I saw, they actually look really quite clean. First half of the lap. Obviously I can't really see much when I'm focusing on the track in front of me, but when I was looking down in the rearview mirror down into turn 1, it looked like everyone played it reasonably safe. There's no big crashes or bumps as far as I saw. Although someone did just dive by someone there into that hairpin for 3rd place. I don't think the move quite managed to make the move stick. Oh, someone's taking out 100. Great marker board. Fortunately, I managed to see that before. Right as we're coming into the braking zone. Sensor guys staying pretty close. It's good. Makes it quite interesting. Not completely running away with it. Graphic corners. Don't touch the curb on the inside this time. Oh, he's going to have the slipstream. He doesn't have to run. I got a messed up. Braking into turn 1. There he is. Oh, that was contact. I'll let him have that one. Throw a banana peel. Nah, I didn't get the run off that I wanted. Let's see if we can come back out. That was a little tight. P3 is now coming in to join in as well. Make it a three-way fight for the lead. It does cloak. Just think then, and you'll squeeze through. Where did you come from? Other than the pits. There goes, it's starting to drop back now. Obviously, if it's possibly small gap, don't go for it, but I was there along the inside. Very fair play to me, gave me plenty of room, and he saw that I was pretty close on his inside. He seemed to give up his line a little bit because I was going a little bit deep into the corner. Good fun, fair, respectable racing by him. Smash! Oh, I just realised I haven't got the chat box up, so I can't see if anyone's saying anything. Thanks, Clark. Boost the ego after not quite making the top 3. I say not quite, still a good few seconds off getting P3. But nonetheless, that was pretty good fun, and I think I'm going to end the stream there as it's now 10 PM UK time. So, again, thank you very much. Sorry, just moved all the TrackIR wires out the way and stuff. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys. It has been a pleasure streaming for you all. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and hopefully we'll see you again in the next stream. As I said last night, I probably won't be doing a regular schedule as such for streaming, and more just kind of doing it as when I please. But obviously I'll try and give you guys notice as to when I am planning on doing a stream, and I appreciate the support that you guys are giving to the channel as well. So thank you very much for tuning in, guys. Hopefully I shall catch you soon. Hopefully you enjoy the racing that is going on this weekend, as there's obviously the Nurburgring 24 and stuff like that. But yes, hopefully I'll catch you soon. In the meantime, have a good one. Ciao.